working to connect a region of over 600 million bridges between our lands.
Hello and welcome to ASEAN in Focus. I'm Nea Mangawang, delivering to the latest news in and around the ASEAN region. On today's headlines. The 12 boys and their football coach rescued from a Thai cave mourned the death of an ex-Navy SEAL who died while taking part in a mission to rescue them. Senator Manny Pacquiao rolled back the years as he stopped WBA welterweight champion Lucas Matisse on Sunday, his first knockout win since 2009. And President Rodrigo Duterte thanked Filipino boxing icon Senator Manny Pacquiao for giving the Philippines pride and honor after winning the WBA welterweight title. The 12 boys and their coach rescued from a Thai cave were in tears as they mourned the death of an ex-Navy SEAL who died while taking part in the mission. The Wild Boars football team are recovering in hospital following 18 days spent inside the Tambuang cave after entering on June 23 and getting trapped by monsoon flood waters. Doctors say they are in good health following a successful 3-day operation, which ended July 10, when teams of Thai Navy SEALs and international cave diving experts hauled the last 5 members of the team to safety. But the lead up to the final phase of the mission was met with tragedy when volunteer and former Navy SEAL diver Saman Kunan died on July 6 while installing oxygen tanks along the twisting passageways of the cave. Saman was widely hailed as a hero, but the boys were only told about his death on Saturday after a medical team said they were strong enough mentally to handle the news. However, many wept after hearing it. After days of attempts by an international team of divers and an expert Chinese salvage crew, the lost body trapped under the wreck of the Phoenix tour boat was recovered on July 15 and brought ashore to Phuket just before 9 p.m. The body was brought ashore by the Royal Thai Navy ship HTMS Luang Thong Lang at the Phuket Deep Sea Port at 8:50 p.m. Phuket officials accounts the body to be the last missing person from the Phoenix disaster. Present to witness the event were Phuket Governor Noraphat Plodthong and Chinese Ambassador to Thailand Liu Jian and Chu Tai Cheng, who was the Chinese Consul General in Songkhla, is the lead Chinese government representative for all southern Thailand. The Phoenix was among several boats that appeared to have ignored a warning in place since Wednesday against taking passengers on day trips to the islands that dot the seas of the tourist magnet of Phuket. It sank in rough weather a few kilometers off the coast of Kok Khe, an islet known for its coral formations. Foreign ministers of the world's industrial democracies said Russia must account for its role in the 2014 downing of Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 over Ukraine and cooperate with efforts to establish truth and justice. The statement by the G7 ministers came on the eve of a summit between U.S. President Donald Trump and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin, but also just before the anniversary of the July 17, 2014 air disaster, which killed all 298 crew and passengers when the airliner was shut down. G7 ministers said a joint investigation into the crash had yielded compelling, significant, and deeply disturbing findings on Russia's involvement. The call came not only before the Putin-Trump summit in Helsinki today, but as the Russian leader was to meet France's President Emmanuel Macron in Moscow, where he was attending the World Cup football final. Along with France and the U.S., the G7 includes Britain, Germany, Japan, Italy, and Canada, currently holding the group's presidency. A Dutch-led probe concluded in May that the plane was struck by a Buk surface-to-air missile controlled by Russia's 53rd Anti-Aircraft Rocket Brigade based in the city of Kursk. It said the missile had been brought from Russia into an area held by Moscow-backed rebels in eastern Ukraine and was filmed several times on July 17 and 18 in that area. Russia called the investigation's conclusions unfounded. The Philippine Navy is set to test its newly acquired Rafael Advanced Defense Systems Limited Spiker surface-to-surface missile systems on July 17 to 18 and July 24 to 26 of Corridor Island. This was confirmed by Department of National Defense spokesperson Arsenio Andulong. This includes live test firing of the missiles, now arming multi-purpose assault craft or MPACs, with bow numbers BA-488, BA-489, and BA-491. The boats are the Navy's Batch 3 MPACs, which was constructed by the Subic-based PropMech Corporation and activated on May 22, 2017. Andolong, however, declined to give the exact locations of the test sites for security reasons. The Spiker system, which arrived in the country last April, is the PN's first missile weapon capable of penetrating 1,000 millimeters or 39 inches of rolled homogeneous armor and having a range of 8 kilometers. ASEAN in Focus will be right back. Please stay with us.
Events happen around us all the time, in our community, in our country, around the world. Events that affect people, move communities, or simply inspire us. Interesting events that people need to know. In these interesting times, we continue to be a competent partner in delivering news about these events. Fast, accurate, balanced. Eagle News, because we live in interesting times.
Ako po si Governor Amy Marcos ng probinsya ng Ilocos Norte para sa Eagle Broadcasting po. Happy 50th anniversary. Happy birthday po sa inyong lahat.
Welcome back. PTUPC Sidrap Bioenergy, a special purpose company composed of 3 energy companies, including the energy unit of Ayala Corporation, formally inaugurated early this month a $150 million 75-megawatt wind project in Indonesia. Indonesian President Joko Widodo led the inauguration ceremonies on July 2, signaling the full completion of the Sidrap wind project in Matirotasi village, Watang Pulu sub-district, Sidenrang Rapang Regency. The company said the inauguration of the nation's first utility-scale wind farm marked a new era of renewable energy utilization in Indonesia. The Sidrap wind farm has been successfully developed by PTUPC Sidrap Bioenergy, a joint venture project company controlled by 3 experienced companies in the renewable energy industry: UPC Renewables, PT Binatec Energy Terbarakun, and Ayala's AZ Energy Holdings Incorporation. The project began in 2013, and PTUPC Sidrap Bioenergy completed the project well within the contractual deadlines. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas said that only 1/4 of all Filipinos own bank accounts, while the rest have lack of funds or lack of need as their primary reasons for not having a bank account. In a statement, the central bank said the results of its latest financial inclusion survey showed that about 15.8 million Filipino adults had funds deposited in banks and other financial institutions as of the end of 2017. Representing 22.6% of the country's total population, this marks a slight improvement over the 22% of Filipinos who had bank accounts in the survey's first edition in 2015. PSP said ownership of an account that can be used to save money, receive salary, send or receive remittance, and pay bills is a basic indicator of financial inclusion. San Miguel Corporation will propose to the government the building of a 3 billion peso bridge connecting Boracay Island to nearby Caticlan. San Miguel President and COO Ramon S. Ang said the bridge will help decongest and clean up Boracay, as well as increase the supply of fresh water and electricity to the resort island. The gap between the 2 islands is 1.1 kilometers, but Ang said the entire project will span about 1.9 kilometers and high enough so that ships can pass below it. If approved by the government, Ang said San Miguel can complete the construction of the bridge in 2 years, adding it will take about 12 years to 15 years for the company to recoup the investment. Ang said pressure on the island's resources will also be eased since some or most of Boracay's 25,000 workers and their families can choose to relocate to Caticlan, where cost of living is lower, and just cross the bridge to their jobs in the resorts. Malaysia may get yet another tallest building, tentatively dubbed Tower M, after 2030, according to the Edge property. The building is expected to exceed the height of 2 other towers initiated during the Najib Abdul Razak administration, the Exchange 106 and PNB 118. The Exchange 106, which is expected to be completed this year, will be 492 m tall, while the PNB 118, which is expected to be ready in 2020, will be 635 m tall. The 88-floor Petronas Twin Towers, built during Dr. Mahathir Mohamad's tenure as the 4th Prime Minister, was 375 m tall and have been the tallest building in the country since its completion in 1996. If the construction of Tower M goes ahead, it will be the first government-linked super skyscraper under Mahathir's second tenure as Prime Minister. Meanwhile, a critically endangered elephant is found dead in a palm oil plantation on Indonesia's Sumatra Island in what is suspected to be a deliberate poisoning. Rampant deforestation to create plantations has reduced their natural habitat and brought them into conflict with humans. Take a look.
Hey. Oh, you got it.
Melakukan nekropsi pada gajah. Gajah dengan jenis kelamin betina, estimasi umurnya sekitar 10 tahun. Kemudian organ yang kita ambil itu berupa hati, darah dalam jantung, cairan usus, dan ada gumpalan kain yang berisi benda asing, yaitu yang kita kirimkan ke sampel nanti, kirim ke lab untuk diperiksakan.
We'll be back after this break. Stay tuned.
Broadcasting Corporation, I would like to wish you a happy 50th anniversary. Kung alam niyo lang po kung gaano kasaya na nakakatrabaho kayo at meron akong support nyo, maraming salamat po. And I'm praying for more success and happiness sa inyong group. And thank you so much. Sana po ay makaselebrate ako with you. Have fun!
It's all on right. Next. You want mustard on that or not? Come on, I haven't got all day here. It doesn't come with peppers. They're extra. Hurry up, pay the lady. Next! Chicken's fresh, I killed it myself. So that's what you want? Next! While we're still young, you know you told me you wanted mustard. Get out of here! Time's up. Back of the line.
Hey, excuse me.
What?
Great sandwich. Thanks.
Compliments. Pass them on.
Welcome back. Manny Pacquiao rolled back the years as he stopped WBA welterweight champion Lucas Matisse on Sunday, the 39-year-old Filipino icon's first knockout win since 2009. It was a dominant, devastating display as smoking hot Pacquiao registered a 60th win of a fabled 23-year career that now looks certain to extend beyond his 40th birthday in December. Pacquiao knocked down the big puncher from Argentina as early as the 3rd round with a stunning left uppercut that thudded around the Asiata Arena in Kuala Lumpur. The 35-year-old Argentine, who came in with a reputation as a big puncher, had no answer to Pacquiao's blistering speed, and he dropped again in the 5th. When a right-left combination thudded home to send Matisse crashing down for a 3rd time in the 7th round, referee Kenny Payless stepped in to save him from further punishment.
He's hurting of my punches. Every punches that I throw, he's hurt. So I think he's scared of my swollen punches, and then that's what changed his style of Matisse. It's just a matter of time that you have to rest and then get it back. That's what I did, especially this fight, and bringing a convincing victory, convincing win, and honor to our country. First, as 39 years old, I'm still okay. I'm still fine. The way I work hard, you cannot say that I'm 39 years old. When you saw me training and preparing for this fight, you can tell that I'm like 28, 27 years old. Matisse has a power also. It's a fighter. It's an opponent that you cannot underestimate, especially when he threw a wild punches like a wild right hand and also uppercut. You cannot underestimate him. He has a power.
Millions of boxing fans across the Philippines erupted in cheers and tears of joy on Sunday after national icon Manny Pacquiao beat Argentine Lucas Matisse in a world title bout. In the run-up to the fight, 39-year-old Pacquiao was thrilled by whispers that he was past his prime and doubts he would be able to best the big-punching Matisse, who is 4 years his junior. But when Pacquiao's victory was sealed in the 7th round by technical knockout, fans around the nation of 1 million jumped to their feet and roared with joy.
Oh, tuwan-tuwa talaga ako. Kinikilabutan na ako eh. Ako naku po, panalo. Uwi na ako. Sabi ko sa mga anak, panalo si Pacquiao.
Tunayan niya sa buong mundo, sa buong boxing fans na malakas pa siya. Kaya pa niya lumaban. At hindi pera-pera yun.
Nakikita naman natin sa ni Matisse, sa galaw ni Matisse. Talagang yun na talaga ang kanyang the best na move ni Matisse. Talagang hindi niya kaya. Mabigat ang kamao ni Pacquiao.
Siyempre, tuwan-tuwa. Dahil akong mananalo talaga si Pacquiao. Siya talaga ang mananalo. Dahil sa paglaban ng kalaban niya, madaling humina. Kaya alam ko mananalo siya.
President Rodrigo Duterte thanked Filipino boxing icon center Manny Pacquiao for giving the Philippines pride and honor after winning the WBA welterweight title via a technical knockout win over Argentina's Lucas Matisse in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. "You are truly the people's champ," in a press statement, Duterte said. Quote, "Daghang salamat," or "thank you so much, Manny." With Duterte watching inside the ASEAN Arena in Kuala Lumpur, Pacquiao showed his old form in knocking down the Argentine prowler in the 3rd and 5th rounds. In the 7th round, Matisse put his mount guard, prompting the referee to stop the fight to the delight of the crowd, including the Filipino leader. Duterte said he would like to congratulate Senator Manny Pacquiao for giving the Philippines pride and bringing the Filipino nation together once more. He added that Pacquiao has proven time and again that he is not just a public servant, but one of the greatest boxers of all time. The president said Pacquiao's first stoppage win in 9 years will surely cement yet again his position and legacy in boxing's Hall of Fame. Malacanang also joined the entire Filipino nation in celebrating Pacquiao's tremendous victory. The newly crowned World Boxing Association, or WBA welterweight champion Manny Pacquiao, is donating the training camp equipment he used for his Fight of the Champions to the government of Malaysia. During his post-fight press conference after knocking out Argentinian Lucas Matisse at the ASEAN Arena, the 39-year-old Philippine senator said the reason behind his gesture was to promote and support growth of boxing in Malaysia. Pacquiao added that Malaysia was chosen to be the venue because he wanted to promote professional boxing in Asia, as the sport was still lacking behind compared to the United States and Latin America. Prime Minister Mahathir, Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte, and Malaysian Youth and Sports Minister Syed Sadiq Abdul Rahman attended the fight, regarded as the biggest boxing event in the country after the 1975 Muhammad Ali Joe Wagner bout at the Merdeka Stadium. And that is the latest news in the Southeast Asian nations. Stay updated about the ASEAN region. I'm Nea Mangawang, always 1 with 25.